This is the lost footage from an abandoned asylum found on a VHS tape by someone who wished to remain anonymous. You've probably heard the rumors about the abandoned asylum on the outskirts of town. Some say it's haunted, others say it's cursed. But one thing is certain. Something strange is going on inside those walls. One day, a group of friends decided to explore the asylum, hoping to capture some evidence of the paranormal activity. But what they found was more than they bargained for. As they made their way deeper into the asylum, they started to notice strange occurrences. Doors creaked open on their own, and disembodied voices whispered in their ears. At first, it was just a game to them, a chance to test their bravery and have a good story to tell. But as the night wore on, things took a turn for the worse. What they found was more than they bargained for. Their cameras rolled as they walked through the asylum. The footage is shaky and grainy, but you can see the asylum's decaying grandeur, the peeling paint and the rusting metal beds. The group moves from room to room, their voices echoing in the silence. Then it happens. A door slams shut, cutting off their laughter. They look at each other, their faces pale in the flickering light. One of them tries to open the door, but it won't budge. They decide to move on, but the feeling of dread lingers. Suddenly, there's a loud crash from down the hall. They freeze, their eyes wide with fear. Then they run, stumbling over each other in their haste to get away. The camera drops to the floor, the screen flashing with the image of their retreating backs. The next morning, the asylum is quiet. The sun streams through the broken windows, illuminating the dust motes dancing in the air. There are no signs of the group, and their car is parked where they left it. But something is wrong. One of the cameras is missing. It was the one that captured everything. The rest of the footage is a mystery, a chilling reminder of the horrors that lurk in the shadows. The group never spoke about what they saw in the asylum, but one of them couldn't stop shaking. His hands trembled so violently that he dropped his camera. The others looked at him, their faces etched with concern. Was it just the stress, or something more? They didn't know then that their friend had seen something that no one should ever witness. He had seen a face in the window of one of the rooms they had explored. It was a face twisted in pain, its eyes hollow and soulless. And as he had watched, frozen with fear, it had reached out to him, its fingers long and skeletal. The sound of his friend's voices snaps him out of his trance, and he quickly hides the camera. He doesn't want them to see what he's seeing, but it's too late. They already have. They try to convince themselves that it was just a trick of the light, but they can't shake the feeling that they're being watched. The asylum seems to be closing in on them, its walls pressing in, its darkness suffocating. The asylum was supposed to be a place of healing, but now it's a place of torment. The group is trapped in a nightmare from which they may never wake up. They run through the asylum, their footsteps echoing in the vast corridors. They can hear him now, the sound of his pursuit growing louder, more relentless. One of them trips and falls, but they don't stop. They can't stop. They have to get away. Then they see it, the exit, a sliver of light at the end of the tunnel. They stumble out into the night, gasping for breath, their hearts pounding in their chests. The next morning, the townspeople gather outside the asylum. They've come to search for the missing group, but they find only one of them. He's sitting on the steps leading up to the front door, his clothes torn and his eyes wide with terror. When they ask him what happened, he can only shake his head. He doesn't want to talk about it, doesn't want to remember it. But they can see it in his eyes, the horror of what he's seen, the fear of what he's experienced. He tells them that one of their friends didn't make it. Something in the asylum took him, dragged him away, and now he's gone forever. The others don't believe him, but they can't help but wonder, could something truly be haunting this place? Could their friend have stumbled upon something he wasn't supposed to? The final footage is a testament to the power of fear, a reminder that sometimes the things we cannot see are the ones that haunt us the most. The lost footage remains a mystery, a chilling reminder of the horrors that lurk in the shadows. But the question remains, what would you do if you stumbled upon this footage?